Yes. I can't dodge this. Huh. What? He's coming down. Oof. Wow. What was that just now? What's happening? The sword. Did you see it? I saw it. With my own eyes, as clear as day, Ha-Unho's wooden sword that swept through like a flash. The line is still intact. From now on, I'll strike as well. What? It feels like we are the ones who are cornered. Big Brother said that Ha-Unho's heroic tales were all lies. Brother. Not yet. If the flow of the battle changes, the sword techniques become useless. If you can't control the flow. This is just the beginning. So, when will the Pride of Mudong make his move? I can't stand people like him. Born into a wealthy family and lived a carefree life. While I struggled and worked hard every single day, coming from a poor background, I wanted to break that arrogant nose of his and embarrass him in front of everyone. I was overwhelmed by his abilities instead. I can't accept it. How could someone like him? Gah. Ah. Are you awake? Does anywhere still hurt? Are you feeling dizzy? What happened? What happened? You received a beating from the young master of the Chanhajang, that's what happened. Don't you remember? I remember. I attacked him aggressively, but he smoothly countered with a smile like that of the Jade Emperor. And then, in an instant, he turned into the club of King Yama and struck me. That's all. I know where I got hit, but I don't even remember how it happened. Considering you traveled between heaven and hell, it's no wonder you can't recall. By the way, has Lord Jinyang said anything? No, he hasn't said anything. Ugh. Just lie down. Where are you trying to go? I suffered embarrassment in front of Lord Jinyang. How could I lie down and rest? It was just part of the training, what's the shame in that? Breaking bones and fainting are common occurrences. Throughout history, exceptional individuals have emerged from time to time. Perhaps this person, born into the Chanhajang family. Like Zhang Sanfeng, the founder of the Mudong sect, who defeated the yokai of Saurian at a young age, or the first heavenly demon who defeated the Nganrunpa with a single punch. Compared to them, while he was remarkable enough to overcome the Palje Jin, he possesses the skill to crush his opponents effortlessly. Ahem. I always have various thoughts in my mind. Just because one has ambitions, doesn't mean everything will go as planned. Anyway, regardless of the outcome, I hope today's events serve as a valuable lesson for Myung Jin, who has been struggling with his achievements in martial arts. So, you're giving this to me? You helped us find the Azure Vital Pill, so as the owner of the medicinal shop, it's my way of showing gratitude. The Vitality Elixir Pill. It's a bit lacking compared to the Azure Vital Pill, but it's also a rare and valuable elixir. Ah, the Pill of Immortality. Then, it's quite challenging to create this as well, right? It's a daily wait for it to mature. I can only create something with my hands up to this point. It's the most fundamental elixir pellet made from the vision of Mudong. If you let the pine tree leaves, harvested from Mudong Mountain, mature for about 3 years, it becomes a vitality pill that imbues the energy of Mudong Mountain into you, just like the one I gave you. The Azure Vital Pill, on the other hand, has to be matured for over 10 years, which is easier said than done. It would require the will of the heavens to gain just one. That's why it's the Mudong clan's treasure, not just for its healing and martial arts enhancement effects. Anyway, to completely imbue the key, I just have to wait and entrust myself fully to my senses. That's right, that's right. Just leave it to your natural senses. If that's the case, If it naturally imbues, what if we adjust the conditions slightly? Instead of key, if it imbues another energy. Then, this vitality pill is too much for me. It would be better to give this to those who really need it, rather than to me. Just give me some energy enhancer pills. It doesn't help with martial arts enhancement, but it still has some enhancing effects, right? Well, it would be better than what a skilled physician can offer. If that's your true intention, then take as much as you want. Since I can make as many energy-enhancing pills as I want, you see. Then, I'll take as much as I want. I didn't mean you could take everything. Yokel Cave, do not enter. I was wondering how to make use of this elixir pellet. I never expected to come up with such a solution. He said all I have to do is wait. If I let these elixir pills imbue themselves with the energy I've stored here for several years, I anticipate that it will become a tremendous elixir pill surpassing even the Azure Vital Pill. I'm already looking forward to it. What is it? This guy, since when was he here? Could it be, did he follow behind me? Someone was following me, but I didn't sense it. Was I too preoccupied with the thought of creating a new energy force? You, who even hesitated to draw his sword at the sacred cave. Didn't you see the warning sign saying not to enter? I heard that there's a mysterious place called Yokai Cave. I was just curious and went inside briefly. As I moved forward, I felt increasingly uncomfortable. I only took a few steps in and now I'm heading back. A regular human would have definitely felt a strong aversion to this place. You and I have nothing more to do with each other. Why did you bother to come here and make yourself uncomfortable? You. What's your identity? If I hit your head hard enough, you might lose some short-term memories. No way. Don't tell me you really can't remember. What? The conversation we are having right now, we've already had it before you fainted. What? Forget it. Just continue eating your meal. Asking about my identity? In the current situation, it'd obviously be absurd to say that I'm a human. But continuing to just feign ignorance is also ridiculous. No. How am I supposed to handle this guy who keeps sticking his nose into everything? How hard did I hit his head back then? Anyway, I need to prepare. What's my identity? Why are you making such irritating noises, like a dog tearing at a bone? A wooden sword. What are you planning now? Among all the people I've encountered, you are morally the worst. However, as a martial artist, you are truly remarkable. At the martial arts arena, I couldn't properly grasp your strength as I was clouded by emotions. So, let me see your martial arts again. I beg you. I want to learn from you. You want to learn from me. What is he scheming this time? Huh. It's shining brightly like the curious eyes of a young child. Is this guy being sincere? Oh, well. At least, it's a relief that he has no interest in what I did in the cave. You want to learn. Weren't you forcing ridiculous accusations and branding me a thief without any evidence? I admit I was being narrow-minded. Unlike the martial arts arena, there are no watchful eyes here. I could easily beat you to a pulp in anger. It doesn't matter. Even if it costs you your life. I thought he was just a showy martial artist, basking in the glory of being in the Mudong clan. Fine. However, I won't do it a second time. Yes, I understand. I thought about it again carefully. Of all times. Of all times, when my achievements in martial arts were getting mediocre, and I'm tormented by severe mental pressure, why did such an absurd person appear before me? You prepared earnestly, it's ridiculous to turn back just because of him. By now, everyone must have left the shrine, I suppose. Master. Perhaps, the reason why the young master of Chanhajang appeared before me like this. It was just a part of your training, so what's there to be ashamed of? If that's really the case. It's absurd to hesitate when my life is at stake. I will not take my eyes off him for a single moment. I am now clearer and more focused than ever before. Are you ready? Come on. You're just picking the most superficial tricks. However, your passionate attitude towards martial arts moved my heart. I could somehow empathize with it. Master. Now, at this moment. What will unfold before you is something the world has never seen. Indeed, how much can you perceive? If you can grasp even the tiniest detail, you would be able to gain a new perspective on martial arts, you know. Wow. Is this enough? What did you just say? Let's have a drink together. Today has been the most pleasant day since we arrived. So, I thought it wouldn't be right if I let the opportunity to have some drinks slip away. Where are you going to get the alcohol from? Huh? The Mudong clan doesn't drink alcohol. Since they don't drink, there's no way there would be any alcohol. In other words, where are you going to get a drink tonight? So, I'll take care of that problem. Will you join me for drinking then? Humph. Hee hee. Myung Jin, is that you, Myung's son? Where have you been until now? No. Why do you look like this? It's okay. Today was the best day of my life. Are you the benefactor who found the Azure Vital Pill? I am Haomon, the master of the Sunyang Palace. What brings you to the place that manages the Mudong clan's finances at this hour? I'm not interested in the clan's finances. You stopped by the herbal medicine shop earlier today, right? I was talking with the owner at the time, so I didn't notice who was coming and going. How did you know? In the herbal medicine shop, I smelled a scent that shouldn't exist here. No, it's a scent that could never be smelled in the Mudong clan. What do you mean? What are you doing right now? Yes, that's the scent. It's the faint aroma that lingers on your body, the smell of alcohol. You're saying that I smell of alcohol? How can you say such unbelievable things? Well, without embezzling money, how could a monk afford to drink such a luxurious, aromatic liquor? I should go to Jiangmen and have a cup of tea. Aren't you going to bed yet? Young master, wait a moment. What do you want? What can I do to keep your mouth shut? If we go down the mountain and head east, there's a tavern called Muwuru, with a famous drink called Yanghadegok. A monk who drinks alcohol really exists, but what's this? What? You not only interrogated him, but you also stole his money. It's the hush money I received as a condition to keep my mouth shut. It turns out he's the one managing a part of the clan's finances. He bought alcohol with the stolen funds. Not only does that monk drink alcohol, but he also embezzles secret funds. Are you really qualified to say that about that monk? You, too, are a monk, and you're on your way to drink with the secret funds he collected. I'm not like that monk who doesn't do martial arts. As you know, I belong to Dorim, and Dorim's roots lie in martial arts. In a way, I'm closer to being a martial artist than a monk. Ah, the day we first met at the market, you tried to outwit me with your crude skills. Are you that kind of martial artist? Senior brother was just exceptional enough to see through it all. It might have been crude, but considering it was hastily executed, it was quite skillful. After watching your form disappear before my eyes, I realized I had fallen into your trap. Someday, there will be a day when I properly showcase my skills. Just wait and see. Sure, whatever. In any case, you're an easy target to tease. It's like seeing previously unseen scratches suddenly become visible. I've wrapped it all up with layers of silk cloth. It doesn't have a single scratch. Is that so? When daylight comes, I'll take another look. Don't rest easy. Yes. Until the very end. Your persistently mischievous personality remains just the same. You speak like my late master. Ah, I've been curious all along. If my estimate of senior brother's martial arts level is correct, the martial arts world must have been buzzing with stories about you. However, I haven't heard much about senior brother at all. Where exactly do you stand within the martial world? I've been living quietly, so there isn't a specific position. Still, one could guess that there's some level of strength, right? Are there individuals stronger than the 24 masters? Among the predecessors of the current 24 masters, there were those known as the San Huang, or the Three Emperors. Of course, they have long since vanished into the shadows of the martial world. Then, are there those stronger than the Three Emperors? Those who have transcended the realm of the transcendents and reached the realm of the mythics. They are truly the mightiest figures leading the martial world. Realm of the mythics, my master told me about it. Even though you accomplished something remarkable at your age, reaching the realm of the mythics, you're still too insignificant for that. I had no choice. Because even if it's called the realm of the mythics, I knew that I was at a level where I wasn't a match even against the weakest among the yokai. So, even now, I continue to undergo training to become even stronger. Therefore, even though I've reached the realm of the mythics, I am getting stronger day by day. I wonder though, rather than my position in the martial world, what I'm curious about is how much stronger I can become as a human. What are the limits, I wonder? I'd say around that level, I suppose. No, it seems like your imagination has gone too far. So, you're saying that senior brother is strong enough to rival even the heavenly demon and Jiang Samfongjin. I can't even play along with you because it's so ridiculous. Is it really true? I was just trying to tease you. You say you're just teasing me, but you seem quite serious. Let's go have some drinks. No, is it really true? Senior brother. Kia. Looks like we've come to the right place. It looks like something out of a painting. I never thought there would be such a luxurious establishment like this, me neither. I didn't even imagine there'd be a place like this in such a remote place. It's much beyond expectations, almost to the extent that Miwaru feels oddly suspicious. One of the red lanterns is turned off. Did the wick accidentally fall into the oil? Or perhaps the oil ran out. Who told you to check for extinguished lanterns? Yes. If you're free, at least make sure the alcohol doesn't run out in the guests' rooms. Isn't it too late for young lads like you to be roaming about at this time? It means you've come to the wrong place. I think so. Are we in the right place? By any chance, is there another place called Miwaru apart from here? If you've come for Miwaru, then you've come to the right place. That's correct, but Miwaru doesn't just accept anyone as guests, you know. Do you now understand what I mean? They don't accept just anyone as guests. That means that their courtesans are exceptionally beautiful. So, what's the criteria to be admitted as a guest? Are you a part of the clan that looks after this province, or are you a merchant? No. Perhaps if you're well-known scholars or virtuous individuals, never mind. Then. Are you a martial artist that people would recognize just by hearing your name? Not yet. Not yet. Since I've lived a quiet life so far. Anyway, do you have anything to show for yourself, at least? What about being the eldest son of a merchant clan? Depending on which merchant clan's eldest son you are, for instance, if you're the eldest son of a great merchant like Manhjiam or Chanhajang, then, go ahead and open the door and greet us as guests. Ha! I am the young master of Chanhajang, Ha Yunho. Chanhajang's young master. That's what I said. Ha! Ha! Do you see me as a pathetic fool with no brain? Chanhajang is in the northern region, so it's natural to look for an establishment there in that area. Yet suddenly, at this late hour, you're searching for a tavern in this distant province? Does that even make sense? Moreover, your appearance doesn't fit at all. What, frozen to death young master of Chanhajang? Ha! Stupid woman. Doing unnecessary things. It's becoming annoying to look at. Ugh. This. To put someone who lacks such discernment at the entrance. Oh my. Denying us even after seeing Chanhajang's emblem and calling it fake, how embarrassing. But if you just start throwing punches. What? What's going on? Who are you? Ugh. Look. The situation has escalated. He insisted he's the young master of Chanhajang, and when I tried to stop him, Q. The young master of Chanhajang. If he's looking at me like that, I'm pretty sure he's not going to let us in to drink since we crossed the line, right? We've gone way beyond the line, so I don't think so. No, we still have a chance. We will become guests that Miwaru cannot refuse. We have guests. Quietly escort them without causing a big commotion. I'm not sure. I'll let Big Brother handle it. Do you have any useful techniques or methods for times like this? Ha! Where did he disappear to? Well, if making the most out of things is considered a skill, then it's a skill. Who? Who is that? He claims to be the young master of Chanhajang. Has it been confirmed? Still don't know for sure. However, not long ago, there was a report that Chanhajang's merchants had visited the Mudong clan. Why are you only mentioning this now? I didn't think it was anything important, to be honest. This. No matter how powerful the warriors hired by the Supreme Association were, it would be impossible for them to destroy the bandit stronghold alone. Clearly, these are nothing more than rumors. Those said to have stepped into the Green Forest also said that it was all because of their master's actions. This. If the news about the Supreme Association's young master accompanying them to the shaman faction is true, the person causing all the commotion outside right now might really be the Supreme Association's young master. What was the name of the young master? That's Ha-Un-Ho. Ha-Un-Ho. Quack. Hiya. Ha. Ah. This. All those sharp and strong warriors carefully raised by U.S. Lord Liu. Please don't worry. We'll somehow, there's nothing more you can do now. It's the expected result if those rumors are true. Lord Liu. This person is then for Real. He's the young master of the Supreme Association. Stop, all of you. Go back at once. You people dare show such disrespect to the young master of the Supreme Association. Pardon. There's finally someone who recognizes me. I believe I heard the words Lord Liu from their mouths just now. Are you the owner of the Moonless Pavilion? Arrogance, no, is it confidence? Even those promising prodigies of various well-known sects of the Murim don't dare to confront me so confidently. Whatever. There's no need for me to sharpen the blade for simply countering the confidence of the Supreme Association's young master. My name is Surin and I'm the owner of the Moonless Pavilion. I greet Ha-Un-Ho, the young master of the Supreme Association. It's Surin. A young woman with an off-white color is the owner of this tavern. And considering the fact that you speak like you know and have seen me before, it's only natural for you to be messy after completing such a long journey. My people didn't consider that fact and were rude to the young master just now because of their hasty judgment. That's why I pretended to be a powerful figure of Murim. I can show you more of it if this isn't enough. That should be enough. I don't want to see any more of my people get hurt. However, since you must have put in a great investment to hire and command masters like them, the damage would have been great if they were crippled or killed. It would seem the young master is more interested in the finances of the Moonless Pavilion than its courtesans. But you're right. We've indeed invested a great amount of money. That's why if the young master kindly orders more, it will greatly help me in handling the cost. Does that mean you're willing to assert me as your guest now? It's my honor to have your acquaintance, young master. I'm done now, where's he? Pardon. Do you have any companions? Kia. He's a stupid shaman who only wants to eat a free meal. Brother. Oh my. Do you really have the knowledge to read the signs of heaven and earth? I'm telling you that. A lot of people had their lives changed for the good because of my great talent. Look into my fate also. Master. Look into my fate. You've got a really interesting friend there. He's a really funny guy. What kind of person would then be the friend of that funny guy over there? What kind of man do you think I am? Aren't you the kind of guy who gets happy by doing whatever he likes? You're pretty good. The Supreme Association's young master is a great talent. And the other fact is that he also possesses the enormous wealth of the Supreme Association. We didn't have a great start, he's also not an easygoing opponent. He'll prove to be of great help to us in the future if we manage to win over his heart. You have to capture the young master's heart at all costs. I don't know what the young master would think if I said this. Will you grant this girl permission to learn more things about the young master? You want to know more about me, yes. Do I have your permission? Whatever. Even if I permit you. You won't be able to afford it. Fox spirits have their unique enchantments. When ensnared by these enchantments, be it a human, a spirit, or even a deity, their hearts become captivated, turning them into fools. In this realm, there exists a similar martial art called Sukgong with subtle seduction techniques. It seems like you're currently using such a technique against me. With a high level of sophistication which indicates a significant level of mastery. But it doesn't work on me. I don't think that stupid guy knows he's been caught in a trap. I'll give you 10 years' worth of fortune-telling for free. If your intention was to make a profit or increase sales, you could have simply encouraged us to drink more alcohol. So why go to the extent of using a seductive technique like Sukgong to ensnare me? Of course, there is a suspicion as to the reason, but, even if they succeed in capturing me this way, can you really handle it? Are you worried that I might not be able to handle you and get hurt? Is that what you're concerned about, young master? Oh, now you're openly using Sukgong without fear. I must put an end to this. Intangible Chi. Ha! That's it. Now the real flavor of the alcohol is emerging. What happened to you? Oh, it's nothing. Why is this happening all of a sudden? Huh? Why are you acting this way? Don't worry about it. Just drink, ugh. My blood flow is distorted, and blood is flowing backward through my throat. Why on earth? Intangible Chi. It's literally an intangible force. It must be confusing, to not know what's affecting you. Still, you seem to have good training. Enduring the pain that is squeezing your internal organs is no easy task. That fly has been buzzing around the food since a while ago. Yes. If you boldly challenge something you can't handle, this is what happens. Isn't that right? The table has gotten dirty, I'll clean it up right now. What? I scattered herbal remedies for flies everywhere, but it seems like their effectiveness has worn off. Huh? Lady Surin. Oh wow. What you're holding, is that a heptacord? Does Lady Surin know how to play the heptacord personally? Sometimes, when there's a guest I want to entertain, I make the common excuse of not having a virtuoso. Oh, is that so? You're slyly going around. To me, it looks like the atmosphere has been off all along, so, it seems that you're rushing in with the instrument as a last resort, right? Even without that, I wanted to listen to music while I drank my alcohol. I came at the right time then. Then, shall we listen to Lady Surin's performance? I thought you would provoke me with another sukgong. Just put in all your effort. Hold, stretch, and bounce the string. The pure sound flows like dew, it is hauntingly beautiful like mist. Impressive skill. A splendid performance. How was it? Was it a performance worth listening to? It was nothing special. But it's only courteous to repay you for the performance. That's not the reason I performed. But if the performance was not well received, the payment may be meaningless as well, right? Even if I grant any one wish. Is it still meaningless? At this level, it is quite a generous reward for a less than impressive performance. You're reckless. Do you know what I want from you? I don't. But if my guess is correct, what you earnestly desire is probably power. Wait, what in the world is going on? Young master. Most customers who visit our establishment are looking for the best courtesan to entertain them. Young master, asking for someone like me instead of an actual courtesan, is quite unusual. Since you caught my attention more than the other courtesans. It is unthinkable that the hired warriors, who were paid to protect Miwaru, would sacrifice themselves so selflessly. They usually prioritize their own safety and only show loyalty to the extent they're paid for. Furthermore, I didn't even inform the Mudong clan that I was visiting you on this journey. Lady Surin, how did you know and become so sure that I'm the young master of Chanhajang? Could it be, you already knew and deduced that I briefly visited the Aso clan during my journey and taught them a lesson? If that's the case, in order to quickly verify whether the rumors are true or not, you would need to have the information to support it. And those who have that level of knowledge, there are only two places in the martial world. Openness and... I have no idea what you're talking about. Is there really another place like this establishment somewhere else in Murim where courtesans are taught martial arts? Along with scent techniques, and even memorization. And now, it seems like you're ready to draw your hidden weapons and attack. If you don't want to die, it'd be better for you to stay still. Lady Surin. Even now, are you still going to insist that I'm not the young master? Or are you going to gather and try to silence me? Lady Surin. Brat. Come on, you monsters, do you know who I am? In many ways, you're quite surprising. I've been talking for quite a while, but your reaction isn't very refreshing. Do you know how much power we need? Do I really need to know that? It was quite amusing how she tried to seduce me and take advantage of me. So, you thought about enhancing your power in a way, by telling them to seduce us. Ah, now I see, the reason for selecting guests was precisely that. Oh ho, qualification to become a guest at MANHWA essentially means whether you have any value or not, it's the only way for the weak to survive among the strong. Listening to that, somehow, I'm picturing rats in my mind. Be careful with your words. Once your true identity is revealed, I can't treat you as a guest anymore. Your attitude is quite. What are you trying to say right now? What, are you mad at me? Your attitude. It's making me doubt whether you really have the intention to support us. You're taking my joke too seriously. Even rats have teeth, when they get provoked, they bite. Don't turn someone's desperation into entertainment. If you're desperate, you should know how to bow down, don't make threats over a minor ego issue, let's see what happens. I'm giving you advice. It's better not to attempt it. If you insist on it, be prepared for a broken neck. You won't escape unharmed either. Huh. No matter how skilled a warrior you are, can you truly survive thousands of traps attacking from all directions? I have clearly advised you. Do not try anything. Excuse me, I apologize for interrupting, but I've already disarmed the traps. What? Well, I was a bit worried about when the traps would be activated. Nonsense. A technique like Goyaja's. Anyway, whether it's this way or that way, if I'm going to die. Said I disarmed it. Ha, do you know how much that trap was worth? TSK, TSK, TSK. That's why I told you not to do anything. You just died. Without fear, if you rush in, you'll get bitten. Here's the tab. I'm sorry, but we're terribly short on money. What are you talking about? We didn't drink much. One bottle of Yanga costs 10 yang. Since you've had 10 bottles, you should pay 70 more, that's alright. I'll get the money. We can earn it by using our warriors, so please just go. You seem to be full of life after dying. Let's go, Li Riang. See you again. Can we just let them go like that? What if we don't let them go? We know their identity. Attaching a surveillance amulet at the very least. That will be decided after a discussion between Lord Amyong and me. It's difficult for me when you dictate things like this. I apologize. Lady Surin. No, it's not that. Ha Yunho. So, it's not that you didn't step forward. But that you couldn't step forward, is that right? The moment I entered the room, he sensed my presence. And, he exuded an aura toward me, as a warning. I've dealt with many martial artists before the lady recruited me, but, such a dreadful aura, I've never experienced it before. I can't comprehend it. Isn't Lord Gui the strongest among my men and the leader of my troops? The young master is indeed a formidable opponent, but to think that you couldn't even step forward due to his aura. The reason I couldn't step forward was something else. Yes. He used intangible chi to overwhelm me, it's a level of martial arts that I dare not even attempt to go against. He was so casual in using it, even against the female courtesans who only displayed basic martial skills, then. He must be at a higher level than we suspected. According to my judgment, he could rival the 24 masters. Or perhaps even surpass them. At his age, is that, even possible? Considering the precedence of exceptional individuals, it's certainly not impossible. My lady. A man who possesses both wealth and martial arts at his age. For some reason, I picture rats in my head. When you're in a desperate situation, you need to know how to prostrate yourself. You just died. Why? Is it a person like that? What are Lord Gowie's thoughts? How should we handle the young master? It could become a burden, but we must make him our ally before he becomes more widely known. What did you say? The bodyguards and merchants left first. On the way back, they said they would gather the necessary supplies to take to Chanhajang, so I told them to just go ahead. So, we aren't going back by horse-drawn carriage? Can't we just go by ourselves? Is there a problem? In that case you're going to have to carry me and run again. Are you leaving now? Oh. Why are you? Why are you coming down with such a gloomy look? I feel like a patient just lying here. I have a busy journey ahead. Say what you need to say, quickly. Thank you. Thanks to you, I've entered a new world of martial arts, sure. Anyone who sees this might think I saved your life. Let's go, Li Rang. Please be careful. Take care of your health. I thought you and him weren't on good terms. Is there something I don't know about? You saved my life in a way, young master of Chanhajang. Thank you for the meal. Please visit again. Perhaps it tasted better relative to the meager meals they served at Madang. It was palatable this time. Nice to see you here again. I almost didn't recognize you. Aren't you the master of the Miwaru? I see you're on your way back to Chanhajang. That's the person who was spying on me, I see. Yes, we're heading back now. But why did you stop us? That's great. Let's ride in the carriage together. I have some business in Muhan as well. After eating our fill, the drowsiness will set in soon, so it's perfect to doze off in the carriage. Is that so? Senior brother, it's not right to refuse such kindness. Let's get on quickly. You ride comfortably. Ah, senior brother. I just feel sorry for you. Do you think you would grow horns from sitting comfortably in the carriage? Oh, they've grown already. Actually, I'm not a big fan of carriages either. Since it's not urgent, let's just walk together like this. Who's walking? Yes. Forget it. I still have one hand free. Should I give you a lift? Don't tell me you'll carry me. Didn't you want to go together? Why, don't you like that? No. It's just that, that's a bit. Oh, right. Didn't I say something terrible will happen if you touch my body? How can I entrust myself to you? Unless I'm crazy. Oh, I don't know anymore. The purpose was to travel together for now. As an experienced traveler, my advice is to keep your eyes as narrow as possible and breathe through your nose. If you open your mouth, the strong wind will dry your throat all the way to your windpipe, so be careful. This is so embarrassing. All right then. Make sure you hold on tight so you don't fall. What? You weak. You weak. You weak. At first, they're all like that, you know. Ahem, whatever. Are all those who have reached that level that fast? Are you okay? Young Lord didn't even shed a single drop of sweat. I ran slowly because I thought that might happen. Are you trying to say you were considerate of me after treating me like baggage all this time? Hey, write a note or something for the guy chasing us. Since our destination is the same, follow us slowly. You can chase with all your might, but you won't be able to catch me anyway. Is it overflowing confidence or foolishness? Young lord. World manner. A guest. How is it that every time you go somewhere, you always bring someone back with you? Would you introduce yourself? Nice to meet you. My name is Surin. However, it is a girl this time. Nice to meet you. I'm Ha Jinwi. Ha Jinwi, the Lord of World Manor. Please prepare a meal. Yes, my lord. Just as I heard, at first impression, he looked gentle and full of dignity. But that so-called son of his, what on earth? By the way, how did you get to know our Yunho? Oh, that's... We just met by chance, like I met Li Riang on the street. We were talking about this and that, and then she happened to mention that he had business in Wuhan, so I accompanied her. Really? Have you decided on a place to stay? Since I've just arrived in Wuhan, I haven't. Well, how about staying at World Manor? But will it not be an inconvenience? Nonsense. Yunho's guest is also my guest. If it's okay with you, you're welcome to stay here until your work is done. Thank you, Lord Jiang. I was thinking of an excuse to stay here, but I never thought it would be so easy. Despite his nonchalant attitude about meeting me, and the fact that they willingly gave me accommodation without any suspicion, he must have the Manor Lord's trust. My lord. We're in big trouble. Ah. 3 people have died in the Honam Jiangsa branch. Khum. In the end, they crossed the line. If it's the Jiangsa branch in Honam. By any chance, is this related to Hyangsen's Fortress Master? How do you know? I've heard that Forest King, Jinsa Chiak recently got involved in city business. Because of that, it's likely that there have been conflicts between World Manor's business territory and the Forest King's, resulting in issues. Have you tried to negotiate? If it's Forest King, then surely. We tried to negotiate first, but they refused. As expected, I suppose. Since it's their first business, they probably thought that showing a willingness to negotiate, from the start would damage their reputation. Since receiving the refusal, it's been difficult to even have a conversation. They've taken measures to make it impossible for us to even set foot in the mountains. They are using battle array tactic, right? Indeed. After using such a petty method to block communication with us, they're resorting to such despicable actions to make us withdraw from Honam. If it's battle array tactic, I believe I can help in any way I can. Didn't you say you would travel throughout the country to study and pursue the way of Tao? But how can you help with this tactic? I can vouch for Li Riang's expertise in battle tactics. I witnessed him rendering Gu Yaja's high-level battle formation useless. If it's Gu Yaja, are you talking about the renowned tactician Gu Yaja? So, may we receive some assistance? Thanks to that, I even visited the shaman I had been longing to see, so of course, I had to help. Although I may not be as skilled as those who train daily with battle tactics, but, I can certainly provide as much help as you need. What do you think about encouraging the Forest King to come out on his own? I believe it would make continuing the conversation much easier. Of course, if that's possible, I have a few ways. Wouldn't it be too burdensome for you to assist with world manners affairs? You might have to go back to Dangangu. I'm more worried about the future, so I don't think supporting you would be a burden. The future? Isn't it? But they at least knew where to draw the line. Even if we somewhat understand the use of force to intimidate, hurting people is